About 3 months ago, I left Shanae in South Africa and flew home to the USA. This 3 months was the most time we've ever spent apart, but we did it with 3 very important goals in mind. My name is Carenna. This is Shanae. And we are building strength by moving off-grid. Become part of this story on Patreon and read our private blog. Sponsor a square meter of the Enough Garden and watch it come to life. It's my last evening in South Africa for a little bit. Bag is packed. This is the lightest I've ever traveled.
Here we go again.
But that's because I'll be back soon. In addition to helping my parents with some chores around the house, and accomplish our 3 goals, which is to build a house in South Africa, apply for my new visa, and get our community program started at the local school. The day I left at the end of April was a hard day, but we knew by doing hard things we would get stronger, so that when we come together at the end of these 3 months, we would be stronger and that much closer to our goals. Shanae and I had been living in the tents for over a year, and while they were holding up, we knew that it was not going to last forever. So one of our main goals while I was home is to make enough money to complete our house build. Shanae and I set a goal for ourselves to complete this house build before she flew over in the middle of the summer. So I started working full-time for my friend's mom's gardening service, doing various tasks such as mulching, weeding, planting, and cleaning up people's gardens around Lancaster. With each hour that I worked, Shanae and I focused on our reasons why. We needed to buy some more materials to finish our house build. So we calculated each panel to be about 2.5 hours of work. So each week I worked for the gardening service, I was focused on building our house. I reminded myself each day that I am mulching to build our house. I am weeding to build our house. I am planting to build our house. I reminded myself each day that I am gardening here in the USA to build our house and future in South Africa. As I was gardening in the States, Shanae was preparing to build our house in South Africa. Once we had enough materials, she was able to start with our neighbor leading the way.
Yeah.
Together, they built our 4x5 meter house, and Shanae took down our tents. Once the tents were down and everything was moved in, she was ready to fly home to her leafy. Just before she flew home, she took our next big step towards our off-grid dream of building sustainable sport for development programs. Shanae has been working with a nonprofit called Amanzi to Schools. Amanzi is the isiXhosa word which means water. The aim of this nonprofit is to improve water and sanitation at schools throughout South Africa so that they can remain open and our children can learn. Through her work with Amanzi to Schools, we were connected to another organization in the United States, the Flourish Foundation. This foundation is based out of Iowa, and these 10 students spent the last year fundraising for our food gardens in rural South Africa. These high school students fundraised enough for us to fence in a 20 by 30 meter space outside the school. In June, these students flew over and worked with Shanae to collect cow manure and compost, as well as preparing the area to plant in September. This organization will bring students back each year to continue building the garden, as well as our education, sports, and life skills programs. As Shanae was preparing to fly home to the United States, I worked a few hockey camps and prepared for for her arrival. 2 days after she arrived, we checked off the last big thing on our list, which was to apply for my spousal visa. We had been working on this application for months, and the last thing to do was to submit at the embassy in DC. We spent some time at hockey camp, and when we returned home, the visa was ready. After Shanae heads back in August, I'll be heading back soon after in September, and that's when the real fun will begin.
I got it going over here.
Yeah, that's good. I got a little one going, but I think you got it. Nice.
When you're done with the pictures, can we get some also?
Think you know. Nice.
How can I expect this to dad with the heat?
It's over the rain.
That's burning nose.
What do you think? I'll hold it. No. How they look?